This conference will now be recorded.
Hello and welcome to BAASS Connect 2021 session on state-of-the-art integration of Sage CRM and Sage 300. My name is Afreen Hassan and I am the CRM application consultant with BAASS Business Solutions. In this session, I am going to show you few features of Sage CRM and how it integrates with Sage 300 to give complete view of your customers. We will also take a look into the benefits and requirements of integration, how Sage has redesigned CRM, the different changes to the CRM screens, additions of new tabs, and how we can promote a Sage CRM customer record to Sage 300 without retyping and re-entering data. Sage 300 integration for Sage CRM creates a link that enables Sage CRM and Sage 300 to share information as it is entered into either programs. Now let us talk about the key benefits of the integration of Sage CRM and Sage 300. Well, before we get into that, I would like to add something here. In case you are not using Sage CRM and the integration and using just Sage 300 or say any other ERP, then you're probably using your accounting system for your prospecting. And you must be using emails and spreadsheets, or you can say a combination of all those to manage your business and your day. This lowers efficiency. During this session, I'll be giving you examples where you'll understand how bringing it all together in one place will increase your efficiency, your productivity. Well, to sum it all up, people who are in sales will they have to manage leads, follow-ups, reminders, process flows, etc. Right? So to maintain the way they deal with customers and prospects. Through Sage CRM, they can have that tool to manage all of that and still have access to Sage 300. The result is greater insight into business performance, improved productivity, efficient processes, and more efficient communication, all of which opens up new opportunities for growth. Another benefit is faster customer responses. So when you have everything in one place, instead of going to different people and different places, you can respond faster to customer queries and prospect inquiries to ensure they stick around and you don't lose that business. Other than that, you can lower your license cost for Sage 300. So if you have Sage 300 licenses for salespeople or others who do not use Sage 300 actively, then you would not need it with the integration with Sage CRM. Sage CRM will give you all that a salesperson needs, and they would not need to go over to Sage 300 anymore. Sage CRM users have unparalleled access to accounting data without actually having access to Sage 300 systems or consuming a Sage 300 license if if you think like that. So this also gives real-time bi-directional integration. So any data which is entered in Sage 3RM reflects in real-time in Sage 300. Among other benefits, Sage CRM customized dashboards will also display Sage 300 data and reports too. Now, the requirements. For Sage 300, you must install the following components on the server, like System Manager, General Ledger, accounts receivables, account payables, inventory control, order entry, and you need a subscription to have the web screens. Sage has redesigned the way that Sage CRM integrates with Sage 300 to make it easier to set up and to improve usability and performance. Integration screens now have the same modern look and feel as web screens and perform faster too. The integration now uses the Sage 300 web screens instead of the old portal. We would need the subscription to basically, to access the web screens from Sage CRM. So to begin with, When we install the Sage CRM integration component, this component enables the information to flow from Sage CRM to Sage 300. Once the integration component is installed and activated in Sage CRM and Sage 300, we will be able to see new icons added to both CRM and Sage 300. In Sage CRM, under the administration, we can now see a new icon, Sage 300 administration. And in Sage 300, a new folder is created with three icons: Sage CRM Setup, Workstation Setup, and Error Log. When Sage CRM is successfully integrated with Sage 300, some existing Sage CRM screens like the company summary screen, opportunity screens are updated and new features are added which will enable you to view and add information to Sage 300. While you can see new tabs and screens appear in the company context. So let us now see what are the tabs which are added in the company context. The first one being, say, the tab. We have the promote to Sage 300 tab, AR inquiry tab, like I mentioned, customer tab, and OE inquiry tab. Users can access and view key Sage 300 fields from Sage CRM, like the group code, tags group, terms code. This is when the company has been added as a customer. Except the promote to Sage 300 option, the other options only appear if the selected company is also a customer or a vendor in Sage 300. The customer tab opens up the same customer tab we see within Sage 300. From here, we can go deeper into the subtabs of the account like credit status, statistics, optional fields, invoicing, activity, all of that that can be made accessible to your frontline staff, therefore eliminating their need to log directly into Sage 300. The credit status tab consolidates and displays the information like the outstanding AR balance, AR pending balance, and total outstanding balance. It also gives you the details of the amount due by aging and the number of open invoices and number of paid ones, among other details. The Statistics tab, the account receivables in Sage 300, tracks and calculates the statistics for each customer and displays it under this tab. The Statistics tab displays details of number of invoices, receipts, discounts, credit notes, debit notes, adjustments, and so on and so forth. It also displays the year-to-date total days of pay and average days to pay, as you can see. The other details like the outstanding balance, outstanding retainage, balance of last customer statement, number of open invoices, etc. for the customer account are displayed on the activity tab. The other tab which is added once the company is linked to Sage 300 is the AR inquiry tab. The AR inquiry tab shows us the invoice history for the account. Users can filter invoices by paid or unpaid and even dive into the specifics of that invoices, including the line number details. The OE inquiry screen displays all orders, active, standing, future, quotes, etc., all shipments, all invoices, credit debit notes, pending shipments, sale history, customer price list, etc. Well, you can use this screen to view document details, open a document for editing, or creating creating a new OE document. When most people think of CRMs integrating with accounting data, they think of customer records. But The Sage 300 CRM integration also works with vendors. The field highlighted in this image indicates the points of integration for vendor companies from Sage CRM. And if a company has been added as a vendor, then the screen and the tabs differ a bit. As you can see, the company summary page will now show the vendor ID along with the tabs like Promote to Sage 300, AP Inquiry, Vendor tab, PO Inquiry. Other than the previously mentioned changes, we also have additional action buttons on the company summary screen and the opportunity screen. In the company summary screen, new quote and new order buttons appear on the right side of the screen. These action buttons let you create a new order or a new quote for this company. Other than these two action buttons, you have the item inventory. And when you click on the item inventory, you can look up the item inventory items. CRM users can readily view inventory sold to a particular customer as well as what it was sold for, all the other details. While you can also notice that the user has the ability to create a new quote and a new order from the screen. Now let me show you how we can create a new quote or a new order from Sage CRM into Sage 300. Orders can be created from Sage CRM into Sage 300 either from the context of an opportunity or directly from the company summary screen. Like I previously mentioned, if you look at the company summary screen, we have that action buttons on the right-hand side of the screen, new quote or new order. So if you do elect to directly create an order from the company screen, a Sage CRM opportunity is created in the background. And since once we click on the new code, we can see the screen appear. It will lead to us to this screen, which exactly looks like the Sage 300 order entry screen. The company name and details can be seen here, and this is integrated in real time in Sage 300. Another way is to create the code and order is from the opportunity created for this particular company. So if I click on the code tab or the orders tab, it will lead me back to the same screen, which looks exactly like the Sage 300 order entry screen. These order entry screens are Sage 300 order entry screens, so the same rich functionality exists. We can create new quotes and new orders from this screen directly into Sage 300. Now, the most exciting part of the integration is the way we can easily promote a Sage CRM customer into Sage 300 without actually retyping or re-entering the data in either programs. So let me show you how we can go ahead with that. When we click on the Promote to Sage 300 tab, Sage CRM automatically checks to see if the company already exists in Sage 300. So if the company does not exist, you are prompted to add a unique customer ID or a vendor ID. Well, once you enter the unique customer ID and click on Promote to Customer or Promote to Vendor, it will take us to the next screen. So depending on which button you click, the AR customers or the AP vendor screens appears. So since I clicked on Promote to Customers, we can see the AR customer screen here. You have to fill the other mandatory fields like the tags group and the group code before clicking on save. So once you enter the details and you click on save, we get a confirmation pop-up message that successfully updated Sage CRM with customer number. Well, it will mention the Sage 300 customer number, which we had given at the time of promoting that company into Sage 300. The company is promoted and the company details are now available in both Sage CRM and Sage 300. I hope you have in this session I was able to give you an in-depth detail about the integration between Sage CRM and Sage 300. I would like to thank you for joining me for this session. And if you have any questions or need any further information, please do not hesitate to reach out to our team and our CRM practice leader, Zainab. We will be more than happy to provide you with the best solution for your company. Thank you and have a great day.